The recent conclusion of the season has left us in a state of mourning and disbelief. The thoughts swirling in our minds about the team's future have been ceaseless, and one prevailing sentiment is that a crucial change needs to occur this offseason. It's time for head coach Mike McDaniel to relinquish his play-calling duties and allow offensive coordinator Frank Smith to take the reins next season. Reflecting on the playoff loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, one particular sequence stands out vividly. Late in the first half, facing a 3rd and 1 just past midfield in Chiefs territory, the Dolphins had been successfully running the ball with Raheem Mostert. However, McDaniel opted for a passing play on a screen, which unfortunately fell incomplete. Undeterred, the Dolphins went for it on 4th and 1, again attempting a pass that met the same fate. This sequence, in our collective minds, sealed the Dolphins' fate and highlighted a recurring issue under McDaniel's play calling, deviating from the running game when it's proving effective. Time and again, we've witnessed instances where the Dolphins establish a solid running game, only for McDaniel to call passing plays in short yardage situations that fall flat. The recent playoff game, played in cold and windy conditions, emphasized the need to stick to what was working. With key players like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle not at their best due to injuries, the passing game struggled, making the decision to abandon the successful running plays even more perplexing. In his commitment to running the ball more this year, McDaniel did make strides, yet there were moments when he outsmarted himself. Critical situations in the red zone saw him opting for passes instead of sticking to the run, making questionable play calls that left fans scratching their heads. While the Dolphins improved from being 31st in rushing attempts last year to 15th this year, McDaniel's reluctance to run the ball in key short yardage situations remains a concern, particularly as the weather gets colder late in the season. It's not a lack of personnel, rather, it appears to be a coach who overthinks and gets too creative with his play calling. The proposition is simple: let Frank Smith take charge of play calling duties. This move would relieve McDaniel of some responsibilities, allowing him to focus on areas that require improvement. There have been instances where McDaniel's communication faltered, costing the offense, as quarterback Tua Tagovailoa pointed out after the playoff game. Smith, a candidate for a head coaching job, could bring fresh perspective and efficiency to the play-calling role. Drawing parallels with the successful coaching style of the legendary Don Shula, who delegated responsibilities to his coaching staff, it's time for McDaniel to consider a similar approach. While McDaniel has undeniably brought a solid offensive structure to the team, a reevaluation and a willingness to hand over play-calling duties could be the key to unlocking the Dolphins' full potential. As passionate fans, we believe in the team's potential, and with the right adjustments, the next season could be the turning point we've been eagerly awaiting.